I've created more than 100 Instagram profile audits in my career, and I see people making the same mistakes over and over again. This can really hurt your profile and business without you even realizing it. So in this video, I'm going to share the biggest ones and help you get your profile optimized for growth and conversions. So let's jump right in. The first line of your bio shouldn't be vague. This line is one of the first things people see, so make sure it describes what you do. It has to be specific and straight to the point. Stop sending people away from your profile by tagging other accounts and using hashtags. Once they click on one of these, they're not coming back. You've worked really hard to get them to your profile and you don't want them to leave right away, right? Also, stop using fancy fonts. They are hard to read and may look different on some devices. And don't add too many links. Instagram allows you to add up to 5 links, but using all of them might distract people from clicking on your paid products or services. Here's what you should do. Use your niche keywords throughout your bio because this will help with categorizing your content and showing it to the right people. Your first line should be clear and straight to the point. It should describe what you do in a few words. You should also add an authority statement that lets people know why you're the expert in your field. And the call to action should match your link. So if the call to action says work with me, make sure the link is linked to your services, not your homepage. You want to make things easy for the people who want to work with you, right? A cluttered profile picture with a busy background is a big no-no. The background should be plain and the focus of your profile picture should be on you or your logo. You also shouldn't write your bio in one sentence. This is boring and hard to read, so choose bullet points instead. And don't add freebies here. The link should be reserved for your paid products or services. When someone has the intention of working with you, but then sees 5 links with 4 of them being freebies, they're most likely going to click on one and forget about your paid products or services. Also, don't write titles longer than 14 characters in your highlights because they'll get cut off. Don't put emojis here either. These titles should be descriptive and straight to the point. Alright, so here are some things you should do. Have a profile picture that matches your content. If you're a yoga teacher, a photo of you in a business suit won't really make sense, right? Use some emojis to make things fun and easier to read. Put the most important link first. It's usually your paid product or service. Also, put the most important highlight in the first spot. There are only 4 highlights displayed on the profile without you sliding to the left, so make sure you cover the most important topics in the first 4 highlights. So here's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't use all caps in your bio. It can come across as aggressive or like you're shouting. Also, don't use too many emojis. This will look unprofessional. It also clutters your bio and distracts people from what you're really trying to say. So add a few emojis, but don't overdo it. You should also avoid jargon, acronyms, and fancy words. Your bio should be easy to understand by a broad audience. Jargon and acronyms will make it hard for everyone to understand your message, especially people outside your industry. Here are some more things you should do. You should use highlights as a mini website. Use one for your paid products or services, one for sharing behind the scenes or telling people about you or your brand, and one for testimonials. This will help you build trust with your followers. You should also make sure that your branding is cohesive. Using the same colors and fonts in your graphics, highlight covers, and stories will make your profile look polished and professional. Sprinkle elements of trust throughout your profile. Photos or videos of you, your team, behind the scenes, testimonials, and an authority statement will help you build trust. Make sure the fonts on your graphics are large and readable. You want the text to be seen in a sea of other posts if it lands on the Explore page. So here's what you shouldn't do. Have a bio that doesn't match your feed content. Some people can't decide on one niche, which makes the whole profile confusing. All of the elements on your profile have to be aligned, so choose one niche and go with it. Also, make sure that your feed isn't cluttered. This looks messy and unprofessional. Keep things simple and know that less is more when it comes to graphics, and simple is always better. Don't use script fonts for headlines. These are great for adding decorative touches to some designs, but don't use them for headlines because they're hard to read. Also, avoid long headlines. Long headlines won't capture attention or convey the message efficiently, which might lead users to scroll past without engaging. Here are some other things you should do. You should pin posts that are relevant on top of your profile. Also, make sure that it's clear what your content is about in a few seconds by having your last 9 posts represent your profile in the best way possible. And don't post too much salesy content. Make sure your posts are valuable or entertaining and throw some personal posts in between. Alright guys, so these were the mistakes I see people making all the time. I really hope you liked this video and that you learned something new. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!